I will crush anyone who blocks my path.
The blood that flows through her veins is special, and extremely dangerous. If showing pity would put my allies in danger, I will not...
Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Let's Play Tales of... Just kidding! Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
Professor, how are you holding up?
We're starting where we usually end, because I'm random.
I know how heavily grief weighs upon one's heart.
Do you now?
I lost my mother some time ago. It was... Forgive me my moment of weakness. Even all these years later, I cannot recall that time without feeling the pain, as if it were brand new. Just know that I am praying for your mind and your heart to find peace.
Well, yeah, you need my heart to be very strong, because you know what's living in there. Also, our lunchtime excursions didn't have that much. We only got one, but we'll still do it.
Gaspar, good to see you. You're looking a bit bigger lately.
I freaking love Raphael's theme.
Yeah, Raphael, that's one way to put it.
Oh, you don't sound too yay.
Is something wrong? I thought you wanted to get bigger. Have you been training?
I haven't missed a day. The problem is that my body doesn't want to grow in the directions I want it to. I was hoping to get a little taller, but I seem to just be growing wider. I don't think your methods are for me.
Oh, that's too bad. I always thought the secret to getting bigger was lots of eating and training. You know what? You shouldn't worry so much about how big or tall you are. You're great, no matter what size.
See, this is where Raphael's just a great and big-hearted person.
What makes you say that?
Well, let's see. You can run faster than me, and you're really agile, which I'll never be. That's just about your legs, though. Your other movements are quick, too. You can dodge good and swing a sword pretty fast. Oh, and you're...
All right, Raphael. I think I see the problem now. I thought I envied the size of your body, but I was wrong. After hearing you say those nice things about me, I realized that I actually envy the size of your heart.
Huh? I think it's normal size, but...
That's right. I don't just need a bigger body. I need a bigger heart.
You do. Be more like Raphael. Raphael's amazing.
Once I have a bigger heart, then maybe, just maybe, my body will start growing too.
Yeah, maybe.
That just sounds like a thing.
Now, how do I increase the size of my heart? It didn't help with my body, but do you think eating will make my heart grow?
I have no idea, but I'm always up for a meal.
I really don't want to get any wider, though. I'm so conflicted. Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. It's like you always say, when in doubt, go to the dining hall.
Alright. So, yeah, great conversation to have with all the, like, weightiness and severity of what's been going on of late. But still worth. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh, hi? I didn't even notice you weren't in my room.
Oh, is something hiding just behind that book?
You mean bookcase?
That ring. I have seen it before.
Yeah, it's the one that he was going to give us at one point.
Ah, I know. Gerald showed that ring to you beside a grave. Do you recall?
I do.
He said he wished for you to have that ring one day. That means it's yours. He also said that you should gift that ring to someone special.
You've lost someone very dear to you. I'm so... You have my sympathy.
You mean they weren't dear to you?
Manuela and I can take on some of your workload this month. We can't do all the teaching, but at least we can lighten the load for you. I've always seen strength in your eyes. I know you'll recover. You're a very strong person. Professor, I've been watching your class activities, and I wondered if you might desire my help.
I hadn't even noticed the recruit was there, but I definitely want to do that.
Just say the word, and I'll pitch in. Of course, I have to be truthful. It's all just a ploy to make it easier to research your crest. Feel free to... And then you can help out with my class, too. It's a joke, Professor. I'd never put a burden on you, a first-year teacher.
I very much doubt we'll be getting a lot of use out of him, but still, it's nice to
Right.
have.
I have something rather uncomfortable to discuss. It's about the weapon that killed Gerald. Will you listen?
Of course.
It was a dagger, but I know enough to know it wasn't an ordinary dagger. It wasn't made of iron or steel because, well, because whatever it was, the wound it left wasn't normal. Who could make a blade like that, do you figure?
I don't know.
Hello, Professor. I know that look in your eye. You want to ask me a favor. You want me to help out with your class, right? You just say the word, and I'll help however I can. Don't worry about it. It's only natural for those of us...
I'm actually surprised they joined me. Wait, why are you still like looking like you have a conversation?
I wonder who they were.
Okay. Yep. Ah, we have to go both ends of the hallway. Boo.
Professor,
Hello, Flame. Why are you in here with Hubert of all people?
you have lost your father. Now more than ever, do I understand how very lucky I am that you were able to save me. Professor, I deeply appreciate what you have done. Thank you. If there is anything at all I can do in return, please tell me, okay?
No, I'm not even making that joke. She's freaking like 12.
I've never been much for condolences. How about a little logic instead? The knights have spread out around Garreg Mach in search of Gerald's murderers. Thus, the monastery's fighting strength is, for the moment at least, depleted. Perhaps that was the enemy's real objective. We should be prepared for further confrontation.
Not actually as jerky as I thought he'd be. Yeah, I'm cheating like a mofo.
Monica von Ox. There is nothing suspicious in her past that would suggest this change of character. Her transformation must have something to do with her disappearance last year.
Yes, I agree.
Sadly, that is the extent of my knowledge. I wonder who kidnapped her, and why.
First Tomas, and now Monica. I am so sorry. The failing was clearly our own. We didn't notice the enemy's invasion. And now Gerald. I apologize. There is nothing I can say to atone for our sins. Professor, please do not let your guard down even among the people of the monastery.
Well, yeah, obviously.
There is no way to know where another enemy may be hiding.
And yeah, Ignat's gonna make me come here for no real reason. Like, I don't know that the conversation with you is worth this trip, Ignatz. I don't know.
Professor, I'm scared. I feel that I don't understand the world. How could something like that happen to Gerald? He was so strong. You're inspiring, Professor. I'll do my best.
I know there's okay. Like I know there's people up here.
Professor, oh goddess, hear my prayer. Please receive this beloved person. When the cold rain washes the body, when the bird and wolf announce the dawn, receive them into your blue blood. Receive them into a twinkling
You
star.
can really tell that he's only here for Rhea. He doesn't actually know all of the pageantry.
That's a morning scripture from the Church of Saros. Lady Rhea taught it to me. I pray that Gerald is happy in the next world.
That's a bit I don't know. I would have hesitation about telling someone that about their
Hey, you.
deceased, like the day after it happened.
Not just Tomas, but Monica, too. We can't be sure who to trust anymore, can we?
I guess it's about like a week later now.
Who are these people, really? What do they want?
Okay, there isn't anyone. However, I haven't done this in a bit. I was gonna say he won't want to bribe, but he definitely won't want to give up.
Well, Professor,
Hello, Dorothy.
I've sung lyrics lamenting death many times on stage. But when something like this happens in real life, I'm lost. I don't know what to say. But I do know this much. Sir Gerald must have been very proud to have you as his child.
They're also nice about this. It makes me really happy.
Professor, I'm sure you will pull through this because you're so strong, Professor. Best to stay calm during such tumultuous and upsetting times. We don't know the nature of our enemies. If we underestimate them, anything could happen. I agree they must be defeated, but I also feel we must approach
Well, yeah,
this with
obviously.
prudence.
The other night, I had the honor of sharing a drink with Gerald. He was pretty tactless, honestly. He could be blunt at times.
Yeah, at times.
But he always looked like such a proud, happy father whenever he spoke of you.
This is one thing, and this happened to me in real life as well. It slightly annoys me. Like, I know why they do it, but when people, like, I don't want to hear about me when I talk about my father. I want to hear about him. And people are always like, yeah, he was so proud of you. And I'm like, okay, good. That's awesome for me, but can you tell me about...
Oh, no. Professor, thank you for all you have done for us. Nothing to report today.
That may be the most, like, significant one, because he is such a bundle of joy, and he's just like,
Professor,
I don't have joy to give right now. It reminds me, there's a very, very quote from Jon Stewart back when he did The Daily Show. And it's one of the problems with America. I forget which senseless murder this was after. But he got on, and you could tell he was just visibly upset. And the quote he said, he's like, they say comedy is tragedy plus time, and I just haven't had enough time. But I would sure take less tragedy.
I trained with Gerald just the other day. Why? Why did he have to go and die? It's too awful. He didn't deserve it.
Well, no one... Okay, that's not true. Some people deserve it.
Do you have time for a request?
Fine. Rumble. These quests are a waste of my time, and they keep me from doing paralogs. So granted, last month I got to get 3 paralogs out of the way, so I'm down to 5.
Right. Professor, I brought some flowers for Gerald.
It really means something you came out of your room.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? I come out for lectures and assignments, don't I? Anyway, I'll go lay them out.
Well, at least he got to be very where you want to be.
Professor?
I slipped quietly into the vault and rummaged about, looking for anything we might find useful. There is a group of people who want to kill us, after all. What? This is no time for asking permission. I learned long ago that one can ask permission or forgiveness. It is rarely useful to request the former. Still, it appears the knights have already taken everything useful. There were crest-related objects I thought might be worth studying.
Of course there were.
There you go again with that stern look. Of course I'll put them back when I'm done, assuming they bear no additional use.
A moment, please.
No moments.
Hello. Maybe. When I heard that Monica was with the enemy, I was surprised by how unsurprised I was.
Interesting.
Something was just off about her. It's hard to explain. That said, whenever she had free time, she was always hanging around with Edelgard. I wonder if Edelgard is also... Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm just being paranoid. Please ignore.
Yeah, that clearly can't be the case. Sounds like we're playing Among Us now. These two are always voting together.
Dark expressions don't suit you, Professor. But well, I'm glad to see you out in the world again. It seems this month will be a quiet one around here. There aren't many knights around to liven things up.
Well, there's only two you cared about anyway.
Most of the knights are gone, seeking out the enemy.
Isn't that a bit much? I agree it's important, but is it a good idea to neglect the safety of the monastery?
You've got like an army standing here.
What do you think, Professor?
Hopefully the knights finish their business and hurry back. I wouldn't mind having a few extra lances around.
Like, at this point, we are as strong as the knights. I don't know. I realize that your, like, professor sucks, and that's probably not true for you, but it's true for me.
Professor? Do you think we'll still be able to graduate? If dangerous things keep happening around here, who even knows? I'm worried. I hope that all the students and professors will be there to celebrate at the graduation ceremony.
Wow, you are incredibly selfish. Hi, I want to graduate and have a big party. Is your dad dying going to affect that?
There is no one here who has not heard tales of Gerald's valor. We have suffered a most dear loss. I do not know what the enemy's aim was, but I do know this. After what they have done, we cannot suffer them to live. If there is anything I can do to ensure that justice is brought swiftly, you need only give the word.
Dear Goddess. Professor, it seems like you're holding up okay, but I'm worried about Leonie.
I don't know why you think I'm holding up okay.
She really loved Gerald. I hope she can bounce back. I'll say a prayer for Gerald's soul. There's not much else I can do.
Aww. Like, somehow that's actually even, like... That's one of the more powerful ones, even though it's super simple.
Professor, please lend us your ears. Ferdinand is saying impossible things.
Ferdinand?
I do not see what is impossible about it. All I said was that if you want to go back to Brigid, you probably can. You are the Empire's guest, so to speak. They cannot afford for something bad to happen to you. There would be a diplomatic incident.
But she's here to ensure continued peace.
Someone close to us has turned up dead. So one could argue that you are not safe here anymore.
You were already told. I am learning here, from the Academy. What are you thinking, Professor? I am not returning to home until I have grabbed my goal. I will not be listening to the words of Ferdinand.
No, look, I did not mean to pressure you. Apologies for the misunderstanding.
Hello, friends.
I'm so glad you're okay, Professor. I was so worried.
I was the one that was attacked.
Oh, Professor, you must be starving. Mercy and I made some sweets for you. We were thinking that if you were to eat something sweet, it might help you feel better.
I'm spicy in this playthrough.
Baking sweets is my specialty. I'm sure they'll do the trick.
And here's Leone.
Captain Gerald's gone. He's gone. And we'd only just reunited. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sure this is even harder on you. But I just can't... I can't believe...
Poor Leone.
Hello there.
Hi.
Hi there!
It is a shame what happened to Gerald.
It is.
I am sorry. There are no words. Leave some flowers on his grave for me. Hello there.
Alright, Ingrid. We're almost done.
I'm so sorry. I never quite know what to say at times like these. Just don't push yourself too hard too soon. It's okay to allow yourself to be sad right now. Losing someone dear to you. Well, each loss is unique, but it's a feeling I know very well. That said, Professor,
Yes? This is an odd place for that to break off. Good kitty. That was abrupt. I wonder why that suddenly occurred. Like, obviously that was the... I've been at 0 for a while, but then all of a sudden it's like, okay, time to go. Is that because I talked to the last person? Because I kind of actually didn't. I still have to go to the abyss. To the abyss. Okay, there's 6 of them now, up from 5. So a new one started up. I think that's Death Toll, though, and I think I've seen that before. Either Death Toll or Oil and Water, but both of them I feel like I've seen before.
What's that?
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. But maybe now isn't the time? You seem down. Got something on your mind?
Wow, you guys don't get a lot of news down here.
I hope you know I'm here for you, if you ever have your own stuff to report. That's what friends are for. Unless it's about money, in which case, I'm busy.
Wait, what are you...
What? Captain Gerald's been killed? I can't believe it. From all I'd heard about the man, I thought he was indestructible.
I mean, he was, except for cutscenes.
He was so strong. What could have possibly... forgive me. I shouldn't speculate.
Okay, this month feels different, doesn't it? Garrick Mock's all tense, like the whole place might explode. This is why I've kept to myself all these years. I don't want to be anywhere near whatever's about to happen.
I'm not sure you have a choice. Man, so many cats down here. Like, I'm not one to complain. I love cats. You guys know I love cats.
Professor?
Hey, pal. I see you're up and at 'em again, yeah? Good on you. No use crying over the past and all.
Balthus, have some sensitivity. Who knows what the poor dear is going through right now?
That poor dear can hear you, you know. Talking about someone like they're not there. How cold can you get?
A fair point. Please, Professor, forgive my indiscretion. You have my condolences.
Remember, the first step to healing is a hefty dose of revenge. Get out there and get to it.
Wow, Bulbus. Just wow. A venom axe. That's unexpected. I'll definitely take it though.
Gerald raised you, yeah? He was all you had. You must be feeling a lot right now. When a parent dies, it really leaves a mark. So feel what you need to, no matter how that looks. But know that your inner fire will keep you moving ahead through even the hardest times.
Surprisingly insightful and deep words from Yuri. Okay, Happy is over in the chapel.
Hey, it seems like you're having a hard time. Not that I can really understand what you're going through. I know that this is painful, but don't lose hope for the future, okay? Someday you'll be able to accept what's happened. And in the meantime, you have plenty of friends here to support you. Me included.
Oh, thank you. Alright, and we're not quite at the 30-minute mark, but we're finished talking to everyone, and this is a good place to stop. I've had enough episodes that went on into the 45, 50-hour mark that I don't think anyone can really fault me if there's an episode that ends 4 minutes early. So, fault me if you will, but you're wrong. Lol. See you next time, guys.
Thank you.